And we are live again.
Every week.
The second time tonight on Twitch. We were a little early on Twitch earlier.
That's a sneak peek preview is what they call it.
And that's all it was, a peek, because there was no audio. Speaking of which, our audio is peaking.
Really?
No, not really.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It's like the one thing I fear in life. It's peaked audio. Linus Tech made a video that got a whole lot of views.
Yes.
I hope he turned on ads. Plague Incorporated made a game about plagues, and now they say, don't use us for scientific study about plagues, which I think is a fair argument. Microsoft released an update for Windows 7 after its death date because Microsoft apparently cares a little bit about you.
Apparently they broke something right as they were.
Yeah, it's a little funny, and it's pretty great. Windows, it can't save Internet Explorer, and it gave up on Edge, but it's already wanting Google to add some new features to its Chrome base, which is kind of cool. I could definitely get behind this feature for sure. And I lost my spot.
Good guy Microsoft releases an update for Windows 7 to fix a bug it created right before Death Day.
Echo.
Duplicate. Speaking of Echo, here's an unrelated topic. Fitbit Pay. It's a thing. Separation of health and wallet.
So I didn't know Fitbit Pay was a thing, and that's
I
what
didn't
I'm
either.
Curious about.
But I'm guessing it's going to be something like Apple Pay, where you swipe your Fitbit.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Gotcha.
But I'm not really interested in the article. I'm more interested in the idea of Fitbit Pay.
Yeah, gotcha.
There's a new company called Byte. It's exactly like Vine. Ooh, it's exactly like Vine. That's a hard sentence. And they want you to start downloading it on Android and iOS. There's this weird speaker card audiobook thing made for kids. So you can get your kids off the TV screen, I think is the goal.
Save their little eyes.
It's an interesting idea as we play VR. Google really wants to keep the favicons, but they've came out with a couple more statements on they're not really sure what they're doing with the Google search for desktop, laptop.
I saw a lot of articles that look like people didn't like the favicons on the search.
So that's what I saw too. And I have a very different opinion on it. I like them.
Might as well have them.
Free antivirus. It's not really free. And here's how they make their money.
Google may be prepping to add one of the iPhone's most coveted features to Android. And no, it's not hiding your password when you screenshot.
So I thought of that as I was reading it. And then I read your addition. I was like, heh.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Wonder what that was.
And actually, I have an off topic on that one. I add a little note to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and do the next one.
Yep. Keyboard-equipped smartphones are making a comeback, possibly. Back like the old BlackBerry days. Then, of course, we have our regular weekly news. SpaceX is going to be launching more internet satellites tomorrow. They were planning on launching them today, but due to wind and weather, they did not. And honestly, that's all there is to that article. We've talked about SpaceX's satellites enough. Right to repair.
We might not talk about this topic.
Okay.
I just really wanted to share you the video.
Gotcha.
Make sure you watched it.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
Does it have Charlie Brown in there?
No, it does not. That poor dude.
And then we have an announcement that we probably will have. Yes?
Yeah, we'll definitely have.
We'll definitely have. All right.
Because if we don't announce it, I won't do it.
Let's announce it after the ad spot.
After the ads.
So we'll announce it in approximately 20-ish minutes.
So set a timer. Come back in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just leave it running in the background. We need the view.
And last but not leastest, this giant Lenovo monitor is now just $67.
I have no idea on your tone on this. I find it terrible. This whole article is rough for me to read.
Why do you think I put it there? I shortened the URL too, so you wouldn't see how big this monitor was.
Oh, see, I already read it.
Yeah. Dang it.
I actually read an article. I read like one of them. And it wasn't one I posted.
Bringing it back up to the top. Linus Sebastian of Linus Media Group put out a video, actually live streamed a video a few nights ago, the night that their channel reached 10 million subscribers.
So here's a curious one, because I wasn't there for the actual live stream.
I was not either.
Do you think it was a real live stream, or do you think it was a recorded live stream?
I think it was probably live.
You think it was live?
I think so. He never really responded to chat, did he?
No, it wasn't live.
Really?
Because in the WAN show, I believe he said that he rewatched it several times before hitting publish.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if that's a difference in being able to do a live stream and then publishing. I don't know if that's a thing.
Gotcha. I actually did not watch the WAN show this week.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you watch this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's one thing I was curious on. But now I'm thinking about it. He did say he watched it or thought about it several times.
Okay.
In the WAN show. But yeah, no. The worst part I didn't like about that one is when he started talking about the Make-A-Wish Foundation and someone picked like meeting him, or I forgot what the exact wish was that he said. That seems like something I would never want in life ever. Was someone to be like, my last wish is just to be with you for it's so depressing.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not Linus in a lot of ways. Wouldn't mind having his YouTube channel log in, but otherwise, that's all I had to say about it. I mean, you should definitely watch it.
Yep. If you haven't watched it yet, check it out. The link is in my description.
Oh man, I have the wrong date on mine. Are you kidding?
Oh, you always do. It's fine.
It's not even.
Is it like 3 weeks ago?
It is not even the right channel.
Classic.
Let's switch over.
Moving on. Games should not be used for science, says the makers of Plague Inc. If you're not aware, there's a virus spreading around China called the coronavirus.
Like the beer?
Like the beer. Kind of a...
No affiliation.
Yeah. Kind of a bad marketing material right there.
There's no such thing as bad advertising, they always said.
Oh, I think this might be bad advertising. And it started in China. And I think there's been actually some people discovered with this virus in the U.S. too.
I believe there's 5 cases.
Okay,
gotcha.
gotcha.
Like 2 days ago or something.
But it's killed, I don't know, 20 or 30 people. I haven't been following it too closely.
Last one I read was 56 death count, like 237 infected.
Okay.
From my understanding, though, the infection is like a 10 day or 2 week period of getting it and then having signs of it.
Okay. So you can still transmit it.
Yeah, so it's harder
at that
to
time.
detect.
Gotcha. And it was in a city in China that's now quarantined, but before it was quarantined, there were about 5 million people, I think, that spread out kind of around, as people do.
Yep. But yeah, the interesting thing I thought about this article from Ars Technica was that the video game publisher was like, don't use our game map or our game as a model for this virus.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's weird that people would even do that to begin with, like make that connection.
Yeah.
Like, I don't play Harvest Moon to get knowledge on how to farm.
Yeah.
I don't play Wii Sports to learn how to play a sport. I wouldn't learn how to play a sport to begin with.
Except kayaking.
Yeah, except maybe kayaking. But I'm not going to play Wii Kayak.
Yeah. to learn how to kayak. You might play it just for the heck of it.
So then on the other
Although
hand,
actually Wii kayaking is awful.
I played Flight Simulator for this specific reason to fly a plane. So I'm on both ends of this actually now.
Now that you think about it. Actually,
I never played Beat Saber, the idea that I'm going to sword fight music.
That never crossed your mind?
Never.
Yeah, so the connection here between the game and people using it for, a real life virus outbreak.
Now,
interesting.
It could be a fun party game. Just to play with friends.
Plague Inc?
What?
Plague Inc?
Yeah. Maybe? I don't know.
I've never played it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fun.
You can all bet on which country. Like, I'll be the French. We'll just give up and let the virus take us. Oh, this I almost want to do number 4 and then 3.
Yeah.
Cool. This one made me happy on the inside. It's over on The Verge. There's going to be a lot of articles from The Verge this week, like always. Microsoft forced to create a free Windows 7 update just days after updates end. Now, the reason, they use the word free here is because they have paid updates now. So it's like X amount of money for getting Windows 7 updates.
Mm-hmm.
So you are allowing this free update. And all this update does is fix the wallpaper for Windows 7.
Oh, what?
Apparently, the most recent update, let's see, it would change one of the wallpaper settings. So it would display a black screen if your wallpaper was set to stretch. So if your wallpaper wasn't set to stretch, it wouldn't make a difference.
Gotcha.
So if you display an image, you do like just the image. You can do a fill, so it just fills it to whatever border. And then stretch would just stretch it to the smaller border. So it would fill the entire screen. But for some reason, this update made stretched backgrounds, wallpapers, black.
Not work.
And so Microsoft's like, it's an embarrassing bug.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I don't know if there was an official statement or if they just released it.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, Microsoft. Yeah, so Microsoft did admit it. But yeah, it's kind of funny. It's a good guy, Microsoft. So they definitely don't have to release it.
Yeah, after the end of.
Yeah, they could just put a statement out that says, "Don't use stretch," or uninstall this update.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and that's what matters.
Speaking of Microsoft is helping Google improve Chrome's tab management.
So I didn't fully understand how, and I don't know how it's done on Edge.
Gotcha. Microsoft launched its new Edge Chromium-powered browser earlier this month. I didn't realize that. But wait. Microsoft launched its new Edge Chromium-powered browser earlier this month on both macOS and Windows?
Yes.
So they released their browser for Mac too. Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, you can get Word in the Office suite for Mac.
Yeah, that's true.
But I like the idea that Microsoft has Internet Explorer and Edge. And then they were like, oh, we can't run Edge on our own back end, whatever. Yeah. And so they use the Chromium-powered browser. And then they're like, now we'll add features.
Which is cool, because they're kind of collaborating together to make it better.
Yeah.
And it's a free tool.
So from my understanding, though, is that you would be able to move multiple tabs at once.
Gotcha.
Which is pretty neat. I use a little... I forget what they're called, plug-in app thingies on Chrome. What do you call them? Extensions. That's the word.
Gotcha.
I use an extension that it's called Grab Your Tabs, and it gives you a link, and it has all your tabs on it. Okay. So then you can just send that link to yourself, and you click on it, and it will open up all your tabs again. So you can do it on any computer.
Okay.
So like if I do research on a whole bunch of computer parts, I have 40 tabs open on computer parts, and then I could just grab your tabs and then send that link to a customer and say any of these work.
And then even on their computer, it'll open up all those tabs.
It'll open up all of them.
Okay. Yep. But you just need the extension to create the link.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I used it once for computer cases. They're like, hey, I need help picking a computer case. So I just went and found every computer case that would work for them. It's like, just pick one. It's
look at the price. Look at how it looks.
Yeah.
Pick the one with the glass. No.
Yeah. Not the acrylic. Good Lord, stay away from acrylic.
Cool.
But, yeah, looks like some cool features might be coming over to Chrome. Be nice to see it. This topic, I'm very curious on.
Fitbit Pay.
Over on The Verge, 3 in a row.
So as you can tell, I don't have a Fitbit.
Oh, I have 3. So from my understanding, Fitbit Pay is just like Samsung or Apple Pay. I didn't know Fitbit had a pay app.
So this is the company that Google just bought, right?
Yes.
Fitbit? Okay.
But this article is about support and if your bank's being supported and all the different companies. Yay. My question.
Yeah.
Would you trust a company that has all your health data with your credit card data too? Like, would you want interaction between health and wallet, or would you want to keep? That's kind of like the idea of like you want to keep separation of religion and state, the American idea. Like, do you want to keep those parts of your life separate?
I would say the Fitbit doesn't have all your health data, but your hospital does, and your doctor does, and you pay them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really see the issue here.
So, you think it would ever come to like a point where Fitbit will say like, "Oh, your heart rate's great for someone who makes as much money as you do." Like, if you were richer, you would be in an unhealthy state. Like,
Gotcha.
Your perceived value matches your body's worth or wear and tear usage. It would be a weird concept.
Yeah.
It'd be a really cool one to see. Probably not like a real one to see.
But your Fitbit's also not going to know how much money you have either. It's only going to know how much money you put in that account, I assume.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, I'm assuming you move money from your bank account to your Apple Pay or your Fitbit Pay or whatever it is.
Just a card or something.
Yeah. Yeah, almost like one of those temporary cards you can buy from a CVS or something. You buy a $50 Visa card or MasterCard, and it's essentially a gift card that you can use anywhere.
Yeah.
I've never used Apple Pay. I've never used Fitbit Pay, but I'm guessing it works some way like that.
Yeah.
Like, you put your money on the account, and then you can spend that money from the account.
So I use Samsung Pay.
Okay.
And it's literally you just put in your credit card details, and then you just put the phone next to the credit card reader.
Gotcha.
And it just sends the data. So it's a mag strip replacement or a chip replacement is what it is.
Gotcha.
So Samsung doesn't actually sit in the middle.
Yeah.
So like if I go and look on my bill, it doesn't say Samsung Pay. It just says Shell gas station.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's not even like interacting with the money. It's just it's like a business card. It's just handing over information.
Yeah. It's saying, here's my card number.
Yeah.
Here's the expiration date. Here's the CVV code.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm curious if this, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
But yeah, I completely forgot about Fitbit being bought to Google.
Yeah. Now, the fact that it does list supported banks means it maybe does tie more closely into your bank, you know.
Because I don't know how dangerous it is to say on stream. We're about to find that one out. Probably not at all for how many people watch. I forgot what it is. I use Mint, which is from Intuit.
Okay.
And you could put in all your different cards and bank accounts. And you're like your social security. You put in all this information about you.
Yeah.
And it keeps track of all your financial stuff and gives you your credit score and everything.
Gotcha.
And like it's super helpful.
Okay.
And I'm curious if Fitbit goes that length or if it is just Samsung Apple Pay.
Yeah. That makes sense. Vine failed, but will Byte do the same? Byte is essentially Vine 2.0, but I'm assuming it's... it's actually built by the same guy.
Yeah, it's literally Vine 2.0.
It really is Vine 2.0. It's even 6-second videos, which is the exact same length as Vine videos, right?
So if I remember right, Vine was bought out by Twitter and then shut down.
Okay,
like
that sounds familiar. Yep.
Because it's developed by the same dude, do you think there's some type of like
legal...
No, you can't rebuild it, resell it.
Yeah,
or because it's been in long enough. I wonder if there's like a 5-year... I don't know how you would write that. For 5 years, you're not allowed to build a video sharing...
They call it a non-compete agreement.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can't compete with the software that you just sold or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, it really was named V2. which was initially named V2 before officially rebranding the project as Byte.
Gotcha.
So its biggest competitor is TikTok. I think it'll quickly overtake TikTok because one of them's Chinese and the other is not Chinese.
Yeah. I don't know. I know Vine was pretty big. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Speaking of seeing how that goes, here's a new, really interesting, strange idea.
This thing is so weird.
Pentagram designed a smart speaker that's like hit clips for kids. Do you know what hit clips is?
I have no idea what
because I have no idea what hit clips is.
But from reading what this thing is, it's so weird it feels no needed market. I'll let you look up hit clips. So from my understanding with this thing is it's a little box with a little LED display, but it's big pixels, so you can't display anything very detailed. Yeah. But you can get general shapes and symbols and such, which could be cool. It's a really good idea there. And you have these cards, and you stick this card into this speaker box thing, which I assume you plug headphones in from a picture. This picture here. So you plug headphones in, and I assume one's a volume knob and one's like a play, pause, control knob. But you have these cards, and you stick it in, and I think it's just like an audiobook. I think that's all it is. It's like a tangible audiobook. So
I googled hit clips, and according to Wikipedia, hit clips is a digital audio player created by Tiger Electronics that plays ultra lo-fi mono 1-minute clips of pop songs. There's a version for young children called Kid Clips. Hit clips were first distributed by McDonald's when they released music by NSYNC and Britney Spears in 1999.
Okay.
So it was just playing a minute of a popular song or something.
So I think the really cool idea on this thing, though, is that if it's not the stupid price that it's at now, it's $107 at the moment, which is unholy. If the price can come down, I don't know if the audio is actually stored on the card. It should be able to be easily done. Yeah. Knowing how, micro SD. Yeah. And all that fun stuff.
Micro SD cards can store a lot of data.
Yes, you should be able to store an audiobook on a card if that's what this really is. And then the idea that you now have like these trading cards with friends.
Gotcha.
And then you can just trade like, oh, I want to listen to a different book. And then kids have like this tangible currency that they can trade and experience other books. Like that's kind of cool.
That would be unique. Yeah.
And I really like the face idea, or not the face, but like the front screen. Just show like different, just to help like imagination. It's like they did one with the purple hat from the Mad Hatter or Charlie and Chocolate Factory. And then it shows Charlie or whatever his name is hat.
Willy Wonka.
I'm great at this talking thing today. But yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. If it wasn't $107.
It's unique. Yeah, it's not anything that you can't do on a tablet. Really.
Yeah. Like
so it's got to have that. It's got to have something unique about it. Like you were talking about the trading cards.
Yeah.
For kids to trade books with their friends or whatever. And then I do like the idea of having the lights on the front.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, but
it would also need to have a really big battery, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And some type of auto shut off that knows when you're listening or not. Because like one use I would see is a kid using it to fall asleep with, like at night.
Yeah.
But you need to have it be able to play until they fall asleep and then turn off.
Yeah.
Because if it plays all night, then you just ruined your battery. But then if you don't turn, or if you turn off too early, then you have to wake this thing up every time.
To be fair, I bet it doesn't use too much battery because all it's doing is playing audio and lighting up a few.
Yeah. It's 48 LEDs or something.
Yeah. So yeah, if they can find something unique and find a niche, it could succeed. But I mean, as far as audio, you can play it on a tablet.
Yeah. And having writable cards would be really cool. So parents can buy a blank 20 set of cards or something, not for $107. A blank set of cards, and then just drag and drop audio, like MP3, and then
Maybe have an adapter to plug it up to your computer.
Yeah.
And then, whoosh. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's a cool little product. I don't know what we got next. Too many things going on.
Google is backtracking on its controversial desktop search results design.
This thing.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Last week we talked about the favicons, the little icons that were added on Google's search page. And there's been some more discussion about it this week.
On the Verge again. Thank you, Verge.
That's like the past 4 articles.
Sponsor us. It's almost like I put in those 4 articles. So yeah, they showed a picture here where I've kind of liked this design, where it's just like the favicon and then just the website.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty useful. And then they took away the favicon.
Wait.
They took it back off. So if you do a Google search real fast, it might be gone.
Okay. Did they put hit clips in there, or is that you searching for something?
This is their search.
Wow, it's funny that they included hit clips, the topic we just kind of talked about.
Oh, wow. And it's they actually searched for hit clips.
Yeah. They must have been reading the article too.
Yeah. They might have actually been.
Yeah, they must. I mean, they must have been.
Might have been the same person writing it. It could be the same writer.
Because The Verge did this. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
The same writer.
Yeah. I thought Google had done that. Okay, cool. That makes more sense now.
Okay.
Back on the same page. I didn't scroll down far enough to see that. Yeah, gotcha.
Yes, like what I wouldn't mind instead is if it did the title, like hit clips -Wikipedia or hit clips : whatever their title one is in their HTMLs. I assume what that is. If they just made the favicon bigger and beside it, and so they push this over a little bit, and then I really don't care anything past the first alligator. I don't care about the wiki hit clips or the article hit clip toys. Music nostalgia. Now knowing what the actual website is that you're going to is fantastic.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't want that going away.
No.
I think if they just made the favicon bigger, I would prefer the bigger favicon.
And it seems like some of this controversy also had to do with it making it harder to distinguish between paid results and non-paid ones.
So I never had that problem because there's a clear difference between the word ad and a favicon. We gotta go incognito because
Okay, I actually don't see any.
So I just did a Google search and I don't have favicons anymore.
Gotcha.
And the stream last week I did, but they were right here.
Yep. Interesting. So we'll see which way they end up going with it. But kind of going back and forth right now, it looks like.
I hope they bring them back.
It says, according to Google's Twitter account, if this is actually Google, our experimenting will begin today. Over the coming weeks, while we test, some might not see favicons, while some might see them in a different placement, as we look to bring a modern look to desktop.
So part of me just really hopes they mess up like the CSS on the favicon, and it's just like these huge icons just destroying the Google search.
Let's see what I have. What do I look up? Hit clips. So I also do not have the favicons. Okay.
Interesting. That brings us halfway. We at 29 minutes.
This video is sponsored by Jmart Media and
Nephew Tech. We tech about everything.
Yes.
And we are growing and expanding.
Yes.
We're trying out new things. So we've almost been doing this a year, which is ridiculous.
Wow, that's crazy to think about.
It. So we started April 1st. So we couldn't pick a better...
What a joke.
I I didn't think we did it on purpose either. I don't know
No.
why we picked April to begin. I think we were both like, all right, let's do it this week.
Yeah.
And then just happened to be April. How? Oh, wait. We're February, March.
3 months away. So we're about
2 months.
Yeah,
Because it's
2
almost
months.
February.
Yeah, that's true.
Holy crap. 10 months in. And we're up. How many subscribers do you have?
223.
We're up to 223 subscribers.
Woo!
Me and my 7. Yeah, so I'm going to start trying to do videos on my own. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. So I got the world's saddest website built. It's a nice way to put it.
Thanks to my help.
Yeah, pretty much all of his help. If it loads, right? How funny would that be if it didn't load? I'm going to scroll down a little so it makes it look...
Oh, wow. Okay, I haven't seen it since you put in the new photos.
Yeah, so it looks a little weird because it's on a laptop in full screen and because I really didn't work on it that hard. It was mostly him just fixing all of my problems. But it's called Amigo Moto. And it's a pretty simple website. There's 2 links, one to YouTube and one to Instagram. And I started doing a lot more on the Instagrams for it.
Okay, yep.
It's really hard to do any type of writing video stuff because it's either 40 degrees or raining.
It's winter.
Or it's 40 degrees and raining. But it's going to be super interesting. I did try talking to myself, which I was telling you about before the stream.
Yeah.
It's super uncomfortable to talk to yourself. Even just like the little things, like talking about what I'm doing feels weird. It feels like taking the driving test again.
Yeah, and explaining to the instructor,
Yeah.
well, I see a lady about to cross the road, so I'm going to start slowing down.
There's a red light ahead. I'm going to ease off the gas and hover my foot over the brake. Now I am applying brakes. Yeah, it was super weird, so I'm hoping that becomes more normal. Or I'm hoping it doesn't become normal. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Do you want it to be normal to talk to yourself or not?
But did some 360 camera. It looks great at 70 miles an hour.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, it looks as expected.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that one, which is nice. Action camera, I have a little hard time telling when it's recording versus when it's...
Because it's on the front of your helmet, yeah.
And I can't hear it, and I can't see it. Even in the mirror, the sunlight was too bright. I
Oh,
couldn't see the
wow.
flashing light.
Okay, gotcha.
So like I had to like hover it and try to get...
It's a tough life.
Yeah, it's a real tough life.
Dang, those pictures look awesome, though.
Yeah, we took them 2 of those yesterday.
Okay.
And follow the Instagram, and you're going to find a lot more interesting photos. But Instagram is growing faster than my nephew tech Instagram. So, show some love on both websites.
And his logo is awesome.
I am so proud with how that turned out. I wonder if I can pull it up on screen. I have it as my favicon, too. About to be a dangerous game. Cool, looks good. So that's the logo, which is also my favicon. It's worth hiring a logo designer.
Yeah.
That was one of the hardest things to do. But that's really all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully videos to come in the future, but next couple weeks are already going to be crazy. So as soon as winter ends.
Yeah, right. Cruising through life.
And if you got a better slogan, let me know. I'll steal it. I'll take it. It'll be mine.
Speaking of things that are monetarily free or something.
Man.
Avast. Oh, okay.
Not on, what's that website called?
The Verge.
The Verge. We're on Vice.
Wow. The most reputable website ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're probably not terrible.
Leaked documents expose the secretive market for your web browsing data, which is a really weird way to say free antivirus sells your data. So, an advanced antivirus subsidiary sells every search, every click, every buy on every site. Its clients have included Home Depot, Google, Microsoft, Pepsi, and McKinsey. Can you imagine Home Depot buying your browsing data?
I guess they're just doing it for the advertising, right?
I have no idea. Like Google, Microsoft makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
PepsiCo is a huge company.
Yeah.
I don't know everything they own.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what McKinsey is. It might just be a sole person. Just like this average dude.
What's going on these days? Try to keep up with the times. See what people are searching for.
Yeah. So Avast, the company itself, claims that they have more than 435 million active users every month.
Which is a lot.
Oh, whoa. I accidentally clicked a link. That's a fact sheet. Oh, wow. Okay, well, this is an interesting fact sheet nonetheless. Avast corporate fact sheet. 435 plus million users. 827 million in the 2018 revenue. 1,700 employees. Wow. Every month, we protect users from 1.5 billion malware attacks, over 500 million visits to malicious sites. I wonder if you can call Avast.com malicious.
Wow. Yeah, that's not really why you get a antivirus software. To share your
So it says Avast collects data from users that opt in and then provide their data to JumpShot. But multiple Avast users told Motherboard that they were not aware Avast sold browsing data, raising questions about how informed that consent is. So it wasn't opt-in, but...
Or the selling might not have been opt-in, but they might have opted in to
data
help make Avast
better.
more efficient or whatever, which included sharing their data.
So when you're getting some for free,
there might be a catch.
And even if you're paying for it, there might be a catch.
There might be a catch.
So, read that 800-page terms of service twice.
Let's see. Is this the next article? Yep. Google may be quietly preparing to add one of the iPhone's most coveted features to Android. Last week we talked about one of the awesome features of the iPhone, which was when you take a screenshot on your phone and the screenshot is of your screen with your passwords on it. It takes the passwords out of the screenshot.
Yeah.
Which is like a super specific use case that why would you even be screenshotting your passwords anyway?
And if you're screenshotting your password,
maybe you want your passwords to be on there. So this is a different feature, thankfully, because I don't really care about that. Google could be getting its own version of Apple's AirDrop, the feature that allows you to wirelessly transfer files between Apple devices. So if I had my MacBook here and you had your iPhone over there, I could find your iPhone on, if you turned AirDrop on, I could find your iPhone.
Yeah.
And then I could just drop a file over to you. And then it would prompt you that I was AirDropping you a file, and you could accept it, and we could wirelessly transfer a file simply like that.
That would be super convenient.
Yeah. I work with a MacBook, and everybody I work with works with a MacBook, and I've done it once.
Okay, that's true.
So
it's not very much used.
Not going to say that it wouldn't be convenient at times, but personally haven't really used it much. It's definitely a cool feature to add because some people would find a use for it. Like if you took a picture of your group of friends, you can just AirDrop it over to them rather than texting it.
Yeah.
I'm sure AirDrop would probably be a higher quality picture.
Well, texting should send the original, right?
I don't know. I think
Samsung, you're not sending a 27 megabyte picture.
Yeah. I think sometimes texting can downsize them. I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
But it's a convenient feature.
So I use Google Drive. That's a very convenient feature.
Yeah.
When all of my devices have Google Drive on them, and they're all on my account. It's a great feature for sharing between my own stuff.
Yeah.
And at the house, I use my server. So if I just want to drag something from, but I guess that's different because it's single sharing. So it's just transferring from my device to my device. But then a friend went and took pictures yesterday for Amigo Moto, and he just uploaded to his Google Drive and then sent me a link.
Did it work?
It worked.
Okay, cool.
And he was just like, "Here you go."
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
So I think the only use case, like what you said, where if you take a picture and you're like, "Oh, share it with your friends."
Yeah.
Because that's about the only thing I could see it being super useful for.
Yeah, I think so too.
Unless it's... Because the only other way I would find this super useful is if you could share almost literally everything that way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, oh, here's my music playlist. Or, oh, here's all those tabs I got open right now.
Yeah.
Or, oh, yeah, I got Jonathan's contact here. And you just... And everything worked that way. But if it's not literally everything...
Yeah. That would be nice.
It'd be even cooler if it could do apps. So if you have Spotify open on a song, you hold it to the other person's phone, it would open their Spotify and go to the song.
Yeah.
It gets super creepy with dating apps. Like, oh, I found this person. You hold it up and it opens up that person's profile. But that's the only way I could see it being super useful is that if it was universal sharing.
And Android has something called, what is it? NFC?
Yes.
Where you can transfer pictures, but you have to hold the devices back to back. You can't just throw it on AirDrop. And although the range of AirDrop, I think, is like probably 15 or 20 feet.
I have no idea.
So it's not massive, but kind of a cool thing that they're adding. Personally, probably won't ever use it, but a lot of people will. Speaking of something that, I don't know, I probably won't use, but maybe some people will.
Oh, man. All right, we can talk about that. I want to go back to the passwords eventually.
Okay, gotcha.
I thought about it last week after we ended the stream. Super cool idea. But yeah.
Bringing back the BlackBerry, more or less, FX Tech Pro 1 changes the landscape of smartphone keyboards. So, this company who...
Wow, it literally just... It's an Android or a BlackBerry phone.
Yeah, except it's a smartphone. So it's a smartphone with
a keyboard
that pops out.
I would use it. I would prefer to have a real keyboard.
Okay.
As somebody who uses real keyboards,
yeah,
I would use it.
Oh, and it'd also be nice to have a little bit more screen space too. You know.
Yeah.
Not really a big deal.
I'm curious if they'll use that extra space to also just throw in a ton of battery.
True, because that does look pretty thick.
It should be thick enough to have a battery.
Yeah.
How is it attached? Like, what does it look like folded?
How does it slide out?
It almost looks like two separate pieces.
Let's see.
Huh. Somehow it slides.
The FX Tech Pro keyboard is strictly focused on the handheld scenario as opposed to setting it down. Sliding up the screen puts it a 155-degree angle that, while comfortable, cannot be adjusted. The angle is also helpful for consuming media when the phone is on the surface.
155 is the weirdest way to have measured that angle.
Yeah. As opposed to just, 35 or 25?
Yeah, measuring the other side of the right angle.
Yeah. Basically, it's almost flat, as you can tell from the picture. Yeah, that's a good question, though. Like, how durable is that hinge mechanism?
The other thing is that keyboards have to be backlit.
Yeah.
If the keyboard's not backlit.
Especially with the screen at that angle. The screen's not really going to be shining on the keyboard either.
And then if because it's backlit, I would want it reverse of whatever the screen brightness is. So the brighter the screen is, the less backlight you need because you'll be in daylight. But if the screen's super dim, the chances are you're in your bed.
In a dark room, yeah.
And you need backlight on your keyboard.
Yeah.
So it needs to be backlit. It needs to be adjustable so you can definitely see it whenever you're using it. But
interesting idea.
I'm all for a real keyboard.
Yeah.
Headphone jack would also be great. But, one thing at a time, I guess.
2020. Can't ask for everything.
A foldable, slidable phone. That's where it's at. I want a slide-out keyboard with a phone that folds. That could totally work. Because then you can have like a normal smartphone-sized screen, and you could slide out a keyboard, and then you can unfold the screen to get like a laptop, essentially. Like a handheld laptop.
Yeah.
It's innovation. Or something.
It's not patented yet. Well, it might be now that we said it. So you said you wanted to talk about the password thing again.
Yes. So we've already said it 100 times. How Apple will hide the password on a screenshot.
Yep.
So I was thinking about it after the stream that night or some point this week.
Yeah.
Better ways to do it. So because the problem with that method is you could just hold up and I could just take another camera and just take a picture.
Yeah.
Or security cameras. So like if you're using your phone and you look it up, there might be a security camera that can see the screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Or someone could just be over your shoulder too.
Yeah.
Because screens have such a nice refresh rate at this point. Even if it's at 60 frames per second or 60 hertz, you can do every other character. And so on frame 1, you have characters, all the odd characters. So it's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And then frame 2 has none. And then frame 3 would have all the evens. So it'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then frame 3 would have none. So it would.
So if someone captured an instant picture of it,
Yes.
then it would either show only the odd characters, only the even characters, or none characters. Yeah.
Yep. And then there's that awkward point where it might be in the middle of a refresh.
Yeah.
And it could capture like a fading of the two or something.
Yeah.
Like a weird refresh, which is why you would need the blanks in there.
Yeah.
But then you should be able to read your password at what, because it's going to be displaying it at 1/4. Yeah. So
Yeah, basically like,
the time.
yeah.
So it will be flickering, but you should be able to read it.
Yeah.
Believe.
That is interesting.
Because then cameras shouldn't be able to take a picture. Now,
Unless it's some kind of long exposure, which
Yeah,
a
long
security
exposure.
camera's not going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an interesting idea.
I didn't think about long exposures.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's no way to get around perfect
yeah, no.
password security when you're showing your password on
I
your
can either
screen.
see it or not. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting though. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, what's the point of hiding it when you screenshot it? Chances are if you're able to screenshot the phone, you're able to hold another phone over it.
Yeah.
Take a
Or if
picture.
if someone else has your phone and is trying to screenshot your passwords, they can write it down.
Yeah.
Which I guess in this case they would
could
be able to anyway, even
Yeah.
with the flickering. But yeah, that's an interesting thought. I hadn't thought about that.
SpaceX, eh?
SpaceX, yeah, blah, blah, blah. They're launching 60 more satellites. They were supposed to do it today. It was windy. They didn't. They're going to do it tomorrow. That's all.
Oh.
That's literally it.
Are these in particular satellites, or is it just?
They're the home internet service.
I wasn't sure if
satellites.
they were like for a specific region that they're going to, or anything special about them. Probably.
I
not.
didn't find anything special about them. I pretty much just saw the article, put it in there, and said, "Hey, we've talked about this before. Same old, same old."
Because it says SpaceX will soon have 240 home internet service satellites in space. So aside from in space, where are they at? Geographically, who's getting this 240 satellites worth of internet, or is it just building it and it's not actually in use? Kind of like building a skyscraper. It's like, oh, we have 240
I
floors.
think they're probably just
They're still
building
just
it.
Building it.
Yeah, kind of like your example with the skyscraper. We have
Yeah. 240 floors.
floors built, and then
But you can't use the first floor if you're still working on them.
yeah, in a way, yeah, huh?
It just seems like he would have picked like a geographic location, like Greenland or something.
It does say SpaceX also plans to offer high-speed internet in North America sometime in early 2020. So
We got 2 months of early 2020 left.
yeah,
I guess it would be 3 months early because you have early, mid, and late. So there'll be 4 months each.
Yeah. So basically, until we hit our 1-year anniversary of streaming.
Yeah. So it's going to be a 1-year anniversary talk.
Hurry up, Elon.
We're counting on you. All of our viewers are counting on you. Oh, we got that CNET article.
Oh, yes. This giant Lenovo 21.5-inch monitor is now just $67.
Save $22 on a 1080p TN panel.
That can handle gaming and entertainment, like this year's hottest football commercials, along with routine spreadsheets. Yeah, it's a monitor. It can do that stuff. It's giant. It's 21 inches. That's not giant at all.
If you
That's
hook up this
normal sized
monitor to a computer that can't handle spreadsheets, are you able to demand a refund because it's not the monitor can't handle the spreadsheet? Yeah, you posted this and I was like, what's special about this?
There's absolutely nothing special about
It's
it. It's cheap, but it's not special.
So
I mean, it is a good deal for the monitor, but
it's a good new price.
Yeah. It's a good price for a new monitor, but it's not giant.
And
It's nothing special.
Yeah, it's 1080p.
Why did they write an article on this? Why didn't they just say, "Hey, here's a good deal"?
So 6 years ago. Yeah, it was the year before I opened the store.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 6 21.5 1080 TN panels. I got 3 of them in my room right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Off of used internet site.
Gotcha.
$25 a piece. I got 6 of them.
A long time ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago. $25 a piece. They were used. One of them didn't have a stand.
Okay.
All 6 of them don't use stands.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the 6 does. Yeah. Yeah, so I still own and use all 6, and one of them has a stand.
So what you're saying is you're not going to buy this monitor?
No. Go onto a used marketplace and buy a used one for $25. Exact same size, exact same resolution. It might have a stand, it might not, but depending on how your desk setup is, you probably don't need one. At $25, you get 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that. And
yeah, because I still use a generic giant display.
Yeah.
Every day. I love it. But I also didn't put $67 into it. So
And you actually do have a giant display.
yeah, I got a
4K display.
4K display right beside it. Oh.
Right to repair or no right to repair?
Do you want to see that?
Might as well.
I don't know if we're going to play the whole thing. It's
Okay.
a 4-minute video.
Gotcha.
It's pretty great. Louis Rossman's doing a lot with right to repair such. And it's funny to hear what the people say. And this is just a mock video.
Okay. Parody video.
Yeah. Of what people are telling congressmen right to repair will do to the world. If people are allowed to repair their own equipment, then you're no longer going to have high speed, 100% reliable internet anymore. And it's like, well, we don't have high speed, 100% reliable internet now. Because where they are apparently goes out all the time in New York.
Gotcha.
In their area. So like they're like, like
we already don't have that.
Yeah. But it's a great little 4-minute video. Chances are it's in his description.
It sure is.
And chances are my data's wrong still. Hey, my data's right. Look at that. Dude, we flew through these unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
Not really. Yeah, reading through the news topics this week was kind of disappointing. Not really anything big going on.
Super disappointing.
We actually had a long list for the little amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Actually exciting stuff that went on.
There's going to be some super cool video stuff I'm working on the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I'll probably share that on stream.
Cool.
because they are two vastly different video things.
Gotcha.
Lots of Amigo Moto stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Hope on the idea that rain.
Yeah, the weather is
calms down.
nice and
Yeah.
it's warm.
Yeah, gonna be a lot of really tacky trial stuff coming up. But figuring it out. Gonna keep on going.
Welcome to 2020.
We're 1 month closer to Christmas. 11 months.
We're 1 month further away from Christmas.
You should be optimistic. The people want optimism.
As I say, be optimistic, but don't jinx yourself.
Dude, we've already jinxed ourselves. We're gonna have 1 million subscribers by 1 year. Yeah, I'm good.
Have a good night. We'll talk about it next week. Don't forget to subscribe.
Specifically here or there.
Both.
Either of them work.
Both.
Just make sure to smash that like button.
Both.
And hit that subscribe. And
Twice.
don't forget to follow us.